what happened. What it was.
Gail, you're here.
Yes.
Well, you're here. I didn't see I coordinated things well.
Oh, that's fine. Cool. Beautiful. Where I was planning to be.
See, she keeps
Got a nice little haircut.
See, I told her. She just.
I just thought you and Janie were trying to play twinsies.
Uh-oh. Well, she goes to the same haircut. This time though, she had to sit there.
Got a little gel in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Take
That's what
it.
I do.
Not too much. Do this. And then you start back. And then you work your way up at the front.
Oh, that's what I do, sure.
If
Oh,
you start
yeah.
at the front,
You
it'll,
only
it'll be like,
believe it.
something about there.
Oh, my God.
So you start at the back. So. Raphael, I put you back on the inbox. So you just have to remember it. I didn't call you that. Clarify. For you to sign your name next to so that we don't call everybody else before you. Hey, Judy. Right. So Rodolfo. Rodolfo, do you know Judy?
Yes, our new member. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call to order the Code Compliance Board of the Village of Biscayne Park meeting of Wednesday, December 14th. It is now 6:30 p.m. If the code officer would please call roll.
Janie Anderson, Dale Blayton, Rodolfo Barrientos, Judy Hamelberg. All present.
This is a meeting of the Village of Biscayne Park Code Compliance Board. The board is authorized pursuant to Chapter 14 of the Village's Land Development Code to ensure compliance with the village's Code of Ordinances. The members of the board are citizens and residents of our village, of the Village of Biscayne Park. We volunteer our time, and we are not paid for our service. The purpose of each hearing is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code compliance officer, which resulted in the issuance of a notice of violation, and to determine whether a violation of the village's code has occurred or is occurring. We are not authorized to dismiss violations based on hardships, ignorance, or the fact that others may be guilty of the same violation. These hearings are conducted in a quasi-judicial manner. Our responsibility is to act much like a judge in a court, and that is to hear cases presented by the village's code compliance officers and to hear contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violator. We are not authorized to change the code. The Village Commission is solely authorized to enact or revise codes. Conversely, neither the commission nor the village manager have the authority to overrule the findings of the board. Pursuant to Chapter 162 of the Florida statutes, orders of the board can only be appealed to the Circuit Court of Miami-Dade County. We have the authority to assess and order the payment of civil penalties, to issue orders having the force of law to demand whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code compliance officer's decision, we must find that there is substantial, competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of the code as charged. The hearing will proceed in the order of the docket. The village will first present its case, and the board may request clarifications to fully understand the case. When you address the board, please state your name, your relationship to the property, and state whether or not you were contesting the violation, in which case you'll have the opportunity to present your case. All documentary evidence presented by the parties must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code compliance officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter was not covered in the direct examination, to impeach any witnesses regardless of which party first called them to testify, and to rebut the evidence against them. If you intend to address the board and haven't signed in yet, please do. At this time, anyone wishing to address the board, if you would please stand and raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of the law? Please, everybody be seated. Okay, do we have any additions, deletions, or withdrawals?
No additions, deletions, or withdrawals at this time.
Withdraw. Number 7, the updated code compliance fine schedule. We need to postpone, table that until next month. Please put it back on January's agenda. Just a brief update to all board members. The attorney is going to be providing some new background information, and there's going to be some changes we need to make, rediscuss it, and re-vote on it. So I had hoped to have it done for December, but it'll be January. Approval of the minutes. Everybody had a chance to read the minutes.
I did, but I have one question, and it's with old business 4E. I had down that Janie made a motion and I seconded that it was paid and complied.
Right, there's no description of what 4E resulted in. I got that same question. So we need that one to be corrected. And I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I didn't find anything else, but you may have. Or I'll-
Yeah, 4E does need to have the motion in it. There's nothing in it in 4E. At least not on the copies we have. Correct me because I may not have taken proper notes. 5A, which was my motion. I don't recall asking the homeowner, asking for the homeowner to provide a survey. Did you guys get that off the minutes? I may just have not notated it properly, but I don't recall asking for that. As it says, Janie made a motion, second by Dale, to dismiss the case, but ask homeowner to provide survey from when she purchased the property. That was in the audio? On my minutes, I'm sorry, my notes were not good then. Well, we have that, and I would prefer, I think, to have this come back to us with the addition in 9E, I'm sorry, 4E. Or if we want to approve it and just say with the correction.
With the correction, I have no
Okay.
problems with just approving it with the corrections. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of November the 16th, 2022 with the corrections to 4E.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Passes 4-0 with correction. Okay, good. 5A.
We have one, should we, I thought we were going by those who were present, already, the residents present.
That one. Good point. Oh, I'm sorry, and I do see new folks have come in. I do need to swear you in if you're planning to give testimony. If you would stand and raise your right hand. Thank you. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, according to penalty of law? Got it.
Our first case, that would be item C. That's 11910 Northeast 11 Court. Case number EEN 211314.
Taking 1-4 ahead of 1-5. We have 5-4. We have 15, 14, and.
That's correct. 1-5. You are correct. The council is present here at this time.
Good evening. My name is Hiram Kalaza. I represent the property owner. Please bear with me. My voice is a little.
Would, give me just a second, sir. Do you have anything to present or do you allow the property owner? I'm sorry, the representative of the property owner.
This case had appeared before the board at the last hearing. They were coming to apply for abatement.
Mhm.
But during research on their part, they found out that his client did not receive service. They asked us for information that we were not able to provide. So I wanted him to come back to the board and be able to present that to the board directly.
You are the representative of the property owner, sir?
That's correct. Yeah, we're seeking dismissal, as Ms. Grant said, pursuant to chapter 14.1.13. My client never received a copy via certified mail in person of the actual citation pursuant to the code.
Are we saying not just the order of enforcement, but citations also have to go via certified mail?
The actual violation has to go by certified mail, and I have a copy here. I didn't make copies for everybody, but I have a copy of the statute here. And it says that when a notice of violation is issued, it's supposed to be sent certified, not just posted on the property.
Very first line says all notice is required by this. part,
Required by the-
the
by
alleged
law.
violator by.
And because I wasn't able to provide the certified receipt, council wanted to come back to the board and present that they did not receive service.
And the property is also in full compliance. Just wanted to,
Sorry, so the property.
the property is in full compliance as well. Just wanted to make sure the board's aware.
But I think we've had this discussion, Doreen. That's not compliance according to our code. Because our ordinance says clearly a construction thing. I mean, it's kind of a moot point at this point because unfortunately it was not properly served, so it's sort of a moot point. But we've always been told this is not acceptable. You've got to be by our ordinance in an actual construction thing. But they have a fence anyway at this point. So. Please. Maybe give him our construction ordinance and show, because I realize every municipality is gonna be a little different, but our construction ordinance. And we have cited folks for having only this. This was acceptable like 20 years ago when I put my pool in, but not according to current day. Thanks.
Are we ready?
Does the board have more comments? Rodolfo, Judy, anything? Before we
So-
have the property owner representative go further?
So if they feel that this is compliance and this, I mean, I can see a 3-year-old going through that fence in no time.
We've already, what happened, Judy, is that we've already been in order of
Right.
enforcement. It's just that the notice, they weren't properly
They were
Notice.
probably noticed.
Okay.
So if they didn't have notice, then we acted upon a notice of violation without them having. been
Full notice.
serviced,
Okay.
Advised. So we'd already had a motion, an enforcement order. I'd like to go ahead and make a motion in case number EEN 21-135 to rescind the order of enforcement of 2/23/22 and dismiss. Do I have a second? Second.
Do we have a second? Rodolfo?
Rodolfo.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes 4-0. I have to comment, though. This is probably one of the most egregious life safety violations, sir, that any property owner can do. And he left it unabated for over 7 months. Thank God, apparently, no little kid was hurt because the property's on that side of 11th Court, abut a street. No little kid, nobody's pet dog, nobody got hurt. And now he got lucky again because unfortunately, a prior employee did not follow what is a very clear statute. But it is an egregious violation that he got away with. And I hope that he's learned from that.
Yes, my client is aware and he's willing to put up a stronger fence if need
I wish
be.
he had done it before it took 7 months. Okay, we're done. We'll move on past 13, 15.
Next case, item D, 11910 Northeast 11 Court, case number EEN 21-1314.
Anything?
Esteemed board, same thing as the previous case.
Yep, well, I'll make a motion on case number EEN 21-1314 to have the order of enforcement of 2/23/2022 rescinded and dismissed.
I'll second. Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Our next case, item E, 11910 Northeast 11 Court, case number EEN 22-0458.
Well, this one would need to be dismissed. We never really did hear it. If you see on the order of enforcement, it simply says go to the intent to lien later. So we never did actually hear it, but because it's got a generated number, I would move to dismiss this case as a duplicate.
It was in fact a duplicate of 1314.
The same as 13.
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you to the board and happy holidays to you all.
Thank you. You too.
Our next case. Item B, 11031 Northeast 9th Avenue, case number EEN 22-0573.
The notice of violation was given in July. The permit had been pulled in February.
That's correct.
I think we owe these folks an apology. Oh, I don't know what else to say. I do
No,
not-
me either. I was making notes and I'm going, am I missing something?
Right.
And then I had some just marking them going, but one thing maybe I just don't understand. It has nothing to do with this part. It's just, I just didn't understand all these different dates. And then some of the comments about unsafe structure.
Right.
So maybe you can educate me after we already hear your case, but somebody can educate me just on.
Are you looking at the permit?
Yes, it says electrical permit and then, yeah, talking about interior alterations and when unsafe structure and then a courtesy inspection to meet with the electrician with different dates and.
Right. So I second our esteemed board with an apology. This should not have happened. Once a resident applies for a permit, the job of the village is to provide inspectors to go and follow up with the work that's been done either by a contractor or the owner. In this case, they had a contractor working with them, an electrical contractor. And we did have our inspector go by and do inspections. I'm not sure how code compliance came in and issued a violation on a property that had a permit from the village. That's a huge mistake. They did what they were supposed to do, and if mistakes are made by the property owner, it's our job as inspectors, building inspectors in this case, to show them how to correct it. That's the purpose of having a permit.
That's what I was gonna get to. If you've got a permit and things are going south, it's still.
The electrical inspector goes to that property and tells you,
Every time I've ever. pulled
Yeah,
a
no, I
permit-
just had that's why I said it had nothing to do with your case. It was more or less just understanding the permit because I
Exactly.
saw a number of things.
No, you're right.
Does anybody have any questions? Oh, sorry,
No,
Janie.
That's fine. Any
No,
questions?
it makes total sense to me. So, I agree.
If not, I'd like to make a motion to dismiss.
I'll second.
Case number EEN 22-0573. Dismiss the case.
I have a motion. Do we have a
I'll
second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're so sorry. Thank you for your patience.
thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
My problem. If they could move it.
I'll go ahead.
Put it on the record.
Next case, item A, 826 Northeast 121st Street, case number EEN 22-0383.
And before you is email from the attorney on the case, giving an update as they were asked to
And it
do.
looks like there was actually the same thing received before our November meeting. So aside from the fact that there actually was an update, the reason I asked to put this back on the agenda is we made a motion in October to extend their period of time and also to ask for an update every month, but what we didn't do was attach a fine. So without having a fine on that original order of enforcement from October, we can't very well come back in November and say, well, here, we're now going to fine you when it was not on there in the beginning.
Mistaken.
Right, exactly. And, but any amount, even if we had said 25, it would have needed to be on that October original order of enforcement, stating they had to come back with an update. Can't send a blank or essentially a blank order of enforcement, then come back the next month and say, now we're gonna fine you. But, and it turns out there were updates.
Well, I was gonna say, what I saw
Anyway.
were, there were updates,
In
but I
time.
didn't see where there was a response from us saying, no, you need to provide an update to the board. So,
Yeah, exactly.
oh, I was only, because I see where Kramer had written on November the 11th, but I didn't see anything after that where we responded, so before the November the 16th.
You're
meeting.
right, because on, after November the 16th.
No. November 11th, he had written about, for our last code compliance meeting, please confirm that an owner rep need not attend the November 16th code compliance meeting. And I didn't see where the village responded saying, yes, you need to attend and provide an update.
But see, if you-
The,
if you
the
look at
manager, yeah, I'm so
Mhm.
sorry. The manager did give us a memorandum for that hearing, I believe, that I think explained that they had a meeting and that they would, I think, something to that effect. There was a meeting between the official, the building official and.
But he states that further down on that email. He says, based on the recent meeting with the village manager and building official, the property owner's engineer
Mhm.
is finalizing his analysis. So actually on November 11th, which was 5 days
Which was
before our
5 days
meeting,
before the
there really was an update.
Yes, no, I understand. I said, I don't see where
We don't respond,
Yes,
right?
they said they
we didn't respond saying yes or no, you didn't. So the board didn't get this information.
Exactly.
So with that,
You're right.
I don't know, do we need to rescind the last motion? And I mean, the last order of enforcement.
Yes.
So I'll make a
$500
motion,
fine.
yes, yeah. On case number EEN 22-0383, I make a motion to amend the order of enforcement signed November 18th, 2022.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
What is going on with that property? Do we actually know?
I believe they gave an update.
They gave an update, which I think reads about the same way. Back in October, Judy, Mario asked that we give them until the end of third quarter. We're giving them till April to come back with substantive movement because they claim they need that much time. We were asked to do it and we did unanimously. So we will know much more, hopefully,
Okay,
by then. And hopefully an incremental update.
all right. Do you need this? Okay, thank you.
Right, you have the email from Mario.
Yeah.
So we gave them till April.
All right. Now, these things that we do, am I
And
expected?
I'm sorry, between the mask and.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I've been working on a COVID unit, so I've been trying to keep everybody safe from me as well. This is my first meeting. So with all these papers, are we expected to keep these or just,
It's your choice. I do, because I feel it's fair, I need to. Raphael, the Dropbox works beautifully, so I really, going forward, don't necessarily need paper. But this is for, we can, for those
Okay.
who do, I know Gail said that you prefer.
Prefers the Dropbox.
at this point, I'll keep with the papers so I can keep track of things. Once I get a feel for things, I may go into a Dropbox, but
Kind of gotten spoiled by having the paper, but I'm trying to get back.
Yeah.
Dropbox.
Hopefully I'll have a real computer next, a real laptop. I still work off of a iPad.
Yeah.
I have had no need other than here to have more.
I have a Toshiba. You're welcome to. I have a Toshiba and a Dell laptop. So would you like the Toshiba? I only use it to play CDs and DVDs. You're welcome for any other time.
Okay.
I think that concludes the regular, am I correct? That concludes the regular business part.
Mhm.
There are a couple of just quickie little discussion items. You guys would indulge me. Again, as I said, we're going to need to revisit the fine schedule in January once I get the rest of the information from Attorney Vicente. Again, a reminder, since we do have a new board member, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself. Critical that we base everything, all of our findings solely on the factual evidence produced by the code officers. No personal biases, no personal, what you saw or didn't see. It's got to be solely from them. The other thing that I was reminded of, and happily so, is that because we are a quasi judicial board, it's not just a matter of we can't discuss cases with each other because of sunshine. We're not to discuss them at all, period. Once we get case files, we're not supposed to discuss them at all. So I'm glad that I was reminded of that. Other thing. Oh, I would definitely encourage everybody, if you guys see things or think of things that you feel we really need the attorney's clarification, bring them up at a meeting. If we don't go to the attorney directly, of course, but I'll run them through Mario and Shantae, exactly like we're doing with the fine schedule. It's up to them then to reach out to the attorney and get the attorney involved. But you may all think of things along the way that you think, we would be far better off, do our jobs that much better if we had attorney input. So bring them up and we can forward them on to Mario and Shantae. Just about everything. I'm just so conscious of the fact that the whole code process is easy for people to say, you're biased, you're targeting, whatever. So the more concise we are, for example, on fines, as Linda very frequently rightfully pointed out, fines have to be consistent. We have a little bit of leeway when it comes to compliance. But 3 different people commit the same offense, we've got to be careful and stick with the same fines, because to do otherwise definitely opens us up to the whole bias targeting thing. I think we are good. Does anybody else? Questions, comments? We're good?
Good.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second. You were soliciting one. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Aye.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing the hard work to figure out what's going on with these things. We really need this.
They have been a godsend, Judy.
I know, I've seen them in City Hall. I see what they do.
I mean, you have no idea how high a level we're likely going. And it's going to be painful for a while because
Yes.
it'll take a lot of cleaning
Well,
up to do.
As with the one with the notice of violation, because you were always told if it's been posted and testified that it was sent via US postal mail, that was good enough.
And as painful as it was.
Good enough until an attorney goes through that ordinance. They will find the technicalities and they will come back at you.
And painful though it was to have to dismiss it
Yeah.
because of the type of violation.
The violations was the solid
law is the
cases,
law.
the solid
It
cases.
is what it is. The law is the law.
Thank
You're-
you so
you're right,
much.
Jamie.
Thank you.
You're a great team.
Raphael, I'm gonna work hard on not deleting your emails or, oh, I'm saying that for the record.
He's talking to you.
For the record, I'm gonna work hard on not to put your emails into trash. No offense, it was just, it was just a rapid,
Yeah.
I elevated, I put you back in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tonight was just clearing up some of the stuff. The last couple of sessions we've been clearing.
Right. Yeah, I've been to a couple of your meetings.
Yeah, these were ones that have been tabled.